Hey YouTube, what's going on? This is Cheeseboy628 here, today giving you a UU tier Pokemon Showdown battle. And just letting you guys know, if you're interested in my Wi-Fi battling for tomorrow and maybe want to battle me today sometime, be sure to stay tuned after the battle and see what I have to say. Alright guys, thank you. Now anyway, getting into this preview here, I've got this team made by my buddy Nash Play, and it is actually a Trick Room team. And I definitely knew it was going to be a challenge for me since I hardly ever use Trick Room. Not to mention this is a pretty hyper offensive team, so the pokes are pretty frail, so I have to worry about when I'm going to bring certain pokes in. And looking at my opponent's team here, he has a bunch of threats. And then he also has Swampert and Frostlass to get hazards up, and I want to avoid those hazards as much as possible, just take them out right away. And one issue that I come across when using this team, as I have used it quite a bit, so from experience I see that it has a pretty big Ghost and Dark weakness. That's because Cofagrigus and Cresselia set up the Trick Rooms, and since they're both weak to those types, it's a bit of a problem, because otherwise there's a lot of pokes that can just take me out easily, since I'm pretty frail, since my team is pretty offensive. So the goal is just try to get Trick Room as much as possible. Cresselia is pretty bulky, so it should do alright. Let's see how this battle goes. So I start out with my Cresselia just to see if I can get a Trick Room off right away, but he does go for the taunt with his Frostlass, so I definitely have to switch out, and I think my best thing to go into is Rhyperior, because I do carry the Rock Blast, so if he does have a Sash, I have broken it, and since I am powerful enough with a Life Orb, I am able to clean take out that Frostlass in 2 hits, so I don't even need to worry about getting another Rock Blast hit. But anyway, he brings in Virizion, and the obvious grass move is obvious, so I'm going to bring in Cress, take this opportunity to set up a Trick Room, and he brings in Chandelure. And I think my best Pokemon to go into here is my Snorlax, since I wall basically his entire set probably. So with the Trick Room up, I am faster. I'm going to go for that Earthquake, do a ton of damage, of course, since I break the sub. And so he shows the Fire Blast. I guess that's the hardest thing he can hit me with, and he also shows that he's Life Orb. Now on the switch, I go for the Belly Drum. Yeah, it's a pretty sweet set. So I'm able to finish off that Swampert easily with the return. And I'm just going to fodder off my Snorlax here. I could have risked it and went into Cofagrigus, but I don't know if this thing can set up on me or anything like that. So now I'm going to go into Cress here, and I'm going to set up that Trick Room again. And that Chandelure seems to like coming in on this thing. So I'm going to go into Rhyperior not really knowing what it's going to do, and it turns out it just cleans take me out with the Shadow Ball. So I'll come in with Cacturne to abuse the Trick Room here, and thinking that he'd switch out, I'm going to go for the Nasty Plot because I don't know if I can take out Virizion in 1 hit. But it turns out he goes for the Substitute, so now next turn I just have to spend a Dark Pulse on that Chandelure, and unfortunately die to that Fire Blast. Now I come in with Cofagrigus knowing that the Trick Room's going to end next turn, and I can just take that Chandelure easily out with the Shadow Ball. So he actually goes for the Rain Dance here with his Kingdra, while I go for the Trick Room. So being Swift Swim, Kingdra is definitely going to outspeed, but obviously be way too slow in Trick Room. So I can do a nice chunk with my Cofagrigus and then finish taking that Kingdra off with my Emboar. What I really like about this set is I have Hammer Arm, so all it does is make me faster and faster in Trick Room, which is really awesome by Nash Play. So I'm able to clean up this game here. I guess his Mienshao didn't have Fake Out, and so that is a pretty narrow 2-0 victory. So that was an awesome battle, MonstersUni. Alright guys, thank you for watching as always. So like I was saying before with this Wi-Fi battle and stuff, I am planning to have my first Wi-Fi video up tomorrow. So all I have to do now is get all my DS stuff configured, just salve some teams onto my DS, and I should be raring to go. Now all I need is some participants being willing to battle me today, and that would be super cool if you'd be willing to Skype me or inbox me on YouTube if you want to battle, and we can definitely schedule that out. My Skype is exactly as my username, Cheeseboy628. So yeah guys, it would be awesome to battle any of you. And I don't really have any tier specifications besides I'm probably not going to do Ubers. But feel free to suggest a tier to me and we can definitely try it out. So yeah guys, thank you for watching, like, comment, sub, and until later, peace.